Hello fire signs and hello Aries. So I'm doing the videos for December 2020 reading so I can get to do the New Year's video, guys. And I'm putting together the three fire signs, water, air, and earth. Okay, guys? So as always, when I get to Aries or when I get to Sagittarius, when I do the astrology, and what I find works is doing 13 months rather than 12. So 13 zodiac signs. So no in between Scorpio and Sagittarius what week you're born in. And then you would watch either the Sagittarius video when we come to that and a Scorpio to kind of get a mix of both, right? So I always say in my videos, and I believe I was one of the first to say it because I've been doing this for a while, on this platform. Watch your birth sign reading videos, the moon, your moon sign, your north node, okay? Those three, your rising sign, those will give you a little bit more information. And whatever doesn't work for you, it's for someone else, right? So we've been at this game for a long time. So let's get to it. I already shuffled the deck. So I'm always adding something new for you guys. So this is what I want to say. This is from the Cosmic Tarot. And this is 8 of Cups. And this is like the general energy for the month of December for Aries. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here. And I'll get to that later. So I'm going to lay the cards out. And I like to switch it up. I'll place them over each other because I don't want to move the camera again. So I'll lay the next one over it as we go. So the energy for December for Aries is about your strength and your direction, your power. Where do you want to go? Why do I want to go here? So a lot of you are rethinking your skills, rethinking your goals, what you want to do and why you want to do it. Okay. So really thinking about, hey, where do I want to go work-wise, making my money, and really how open should I be with my money? How giving should I be? It's just really about survival mode right now, and really thinking about your life purpose, the direction you want to go, how you want to go about things, and being very creative about it, because you have a lot of help and there's a lot of people that can help you if you ask for that help and the way you ask for it and so on. So just, really connect with the people that really care about you, and see, what creative new things that you can do in December, and really being in the moment, enjoying the moment. You will receive what you ask for, and you'll receive what you need is the most important thing. Some of you will be thinking about moving, okay? Not all of you. Some of you will be moving, and this will line up with your goals, okay? Others, you just need to ask for help for that shift to happen, and be creative and really stay focused on your life path. Like, what works for me is what the question would be, and then set out on that new direction. A lot of research, a lot of thinking about it, a lot of planning, understanding, and you'll meet up with the right people. Okay. For others, it will be meeting a new love or a really good partner for love and business. Okay. And this time around, you'll be saving your money a lot more for your future and for your kids if you have kids, or just for yourself, your own retirement. Okay. So let me just move this out of the way. So that's like the main thing that I wanted you guys to know. Now, what I want to focus on for you now is the main card. I moved all my wands. So the main card right here. Okay. So we're going to focus right now on the 8. Let me lift it up. 8 of Cups. Okay. And this one looks a little bit different than the traditional Rider-Waite, right? So the 8 of Cups, it's all about things matching up and they really don't match up. Even if they might seem perfect, for some of you, this could be the meaning. The whole energy, let me remind you, the whole energy of December is really trying to match that energy of the month with the best reaction or the best solution for that month, okay? So it will have its own disappointments, but it will also allow you to maybe go somewhere else. I know it's not like a big travel time for most people, but for some of you, you just need to get out of where you are. So you will be traveling if you haven't already. Just, get away, okay? And just kind of, being off to yourself. And a lot of fire signs will just do less, maybe not go out as much or want to be around people. So it's a time for you guys to think and really put your focus in for the new year. But with that being said, I don't practice setting New Year's resolution in January. I haven't been doing it. I've known that for a long time because I know that it's not truly the new start of the year. Okay. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that already. It's a time to really stay focused on survival mode and being appreciative, being grateful, and just being mindful of your actions, right? It's like an awareness time and a shedding time, a letting go time. And then when spring comes, it's more like setting the resolution. One of my teachers said, when you start seeing more flies, that's the real start of spring, right? I've heard that before. When you feel the energy shift to like a warmer weather, you can feel it. You can go by the calendar date or you can feel that shift. And I'll talk about it more on my channel, okay? But it's being aware. The 8 of Cups is saying, be by yourself if you need to. Take time to think if you need to, and escape in a healthy way from any kind of drama that may come up. And when we got this card, when Aries got this card, I think about how December 14th is going to be a new moon and also an eclipse in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, when your reading comes up, that's going to be good for you. So, this is like, and it's good for all fire signs, right? And if you have a strong Sagittarius. So that's a powerful new moon eclipse. Then on December 29th is a full moon in Cancer. So it's really a time of shedding, of letting go, December, January, February, and, energetically, and then moving into March for that new resolution. Then you're more inclined to really stick to the new resolution, but always through winter, it's just about being as simple as you can and doing what makes sense. All right, so let's shuffle. What signs, what zodiac signs and planets will feel more difficult to vibe with in December, So you have, for the planets, you have Saturn, so it'll be hard for you to learn lessons that Saturn wants to teach. And then Scorpio, be harder to click with Scorpios, okay? Doesn't mean that you can't learn something that's good. And then, what is easy flowing for you in December? What planets and zodiacs, okay? And, okay, so you have the South Node. The South Node, good. Then you can use the South Node to let go of things that you don't need anymore, okay, in your life. Let go of maybe agreements with people, because the South Node deals with like a Saturn kind of contract, like your past life, past relationships, cutting cords. That's a good practice to do, cutting cords, okay? And then again, wow, I roll that. Scorpio, you can get along with them really well. So whenever you get the same thing as a negative or a hard kind of energy to get along with, but you also get it as an easy one, then it's maybe just letting go of your own judgments, okay? So I think I did it all. All right. So Aries, we're going to move on to Leo now. All right, guys. All right, Leo. So I will put out 4 more cards in a little bit. So Leo, your December meaning and reading, it's all about your goals and what you want for yourself in the future. But your goals as far as making sure that you right something that is wrong, and also making sure that you're making the right steps for your future, okay? For some of you, it is knowing what you know and feeling that this is the best way to go about it, and the best way to go about it because you've experienced it before and you have the knowledge for it, all right? So this is about you also trying to give advice to someone else based on the person seeking that advice from you. And you just want to be careful with how you give the advice. And if you feel that this is something you don't want to be a part of, then try not to be a part of it. Or just give as careful advice as you can. And whenever I see something like this, it usually just tells me to tell the person to maybe go to someone else for the advice. You know, maybe they need counseling, legal advice, maybe they need spiritual advice, something like that. Maybe they need 3 different kind of type of help. Okay, this back here against the wall is the energy of December for you, the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot deck. All right, so we'll get to that later. So it's all about, for some of you, it's also about you letting go of something that isn't working. Maybe the way that you are going about anything that you feel needs to be corrected. Like rethink about how you're going about it. For some of you, it's legal issues that you want to make sure that you're doing everything right to kind of clear that. For others, it's about you making sure everything is set before you move, and things are going to happen very quickly, regardless of which way we read this, that you want to make sure that you are focused. You're not getting distracted with things that is fun for you. Just manage your time well, okay? And prepare ahead because things can start moving fast. All right, so whatever works, whatever reading vibes with you, it does. If it doesn't, it's for someone else. So this can be a very powerful, very good month of December where it's more internal work, mind work for you, where things will work out well. And it's because you'll either have the money to make sure it's done well, you'll have the right help around you, people around you that really take a second to rethink things and make sure that it goes well. Now, being careful with who you let in your life and your actions, it'll turn out to be a favorable month for you ending the calendar year. Okay? Like I said, for Aries, it's all about, and for everyone, you know, it's all about letting go of things you don't need, and also holding on to things you do need when you go through winter, right? And some years will teach us more of that, like just being mindful of everything and being grateful for everything, right? So the winter months, December, January, February, even into March, it's just all about, it never changes no matter how much we advance as humans. It's always going to be the same type of energy as being grateful, being mindful of our actions, and letting go of things that we don't need. That's more of a spiritual mental practice, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's look at your main card reading for the month of December. All right. This one is about being creative, coming up with new ways of communicating, especially if Mercury is strong in your sign. This will really resonate with you. Or if Gemini is somewhere strong in your sign, Leo, in your birth chart. Coming up with new ideas, really being like a diplomat or a peacemaker, more, you know, more of being the mediator of things, kind of like a Libra in a sense, right? Like a judge, right? And even the high priestess, right? And is having the information and the knowledge, and from your hermit of your studies and what is important to you and what is knowledgeable to you. So you'll have that to offer. And your curious mind is going to help you to even be more useful, especially when it comes to work. Okay, so in December, it's all about being useful, not overdoing it, but just being useful and being creative. And the way that you communicate will make the end of the calendar year easier for you. So the overall meaning that you guys can apply to December is how powerful your words are and how they can build a bridge or just be as peaceful if you can, right? So it's just being mindful of how you do things, because it can backfire on you. So just being aware of that. All right, what zodiac signs and what planet will be most difficult for you to learn from or vibe with in the month? So it'll be Sagittarius. Maybe you're bumping heads on ideas, you know, or power struggle. And then Saturn, okay, with its lessons will be kind of hard to understand any kind of restrictions that placed on you. All right, so let's see what you'll easily vibe with this month, okay? So Sagittarius again. Okay, that's kind of weird. You know, and it's really funny because ever since I was younger, as a kid, one of my cousins would say, this Sagittarius in the family is a lot different than me or that one, right? Because there's some that is totally focused and they have their shit together. And then there's others that's always making mistakes or just not setting themselves up. But what I do notice is that it will flip later on in life, where then they'll be together and then the other one will kind of not be, right? But it's just kind of, sometimes that energy will shift and sometimes they'll keep it. And that goes to prove that not all the signs are the same. It all depends on your birth chart, if that makes sense. That should make sense. All right, so Leo, that is it. All right, next is Sagittarius. Wait, did I not press it? Okay. Okay. All right, so let's do it. Did I not press it for them? All right, Sagittarius, one of my favorite signs in the zodiac. Yes. All right. Fire sign. All right. So this card is the energy for December for you. 7 of Pentacles from the Cosmic Tarot deck. So I'll get to that later. And I'll put out 4 more cards on here. So let's get to your reading. So the month of December, we know, closed the calendar year, but we don't want to focus on this as a time to set New Year's resolution. Rather, a time to be grateful for what you have and really working with the moon cycle to work on your prosperity in waxing moon, letting go in the waning moon, and really using the full moon and the new moon's energy, right? And then waiting for spring to set your intention, right? But you can always be working with the moon to, you know, work your mojo, right? And get your focus game on. But yeah, that being said, so the energy of December is about you really protecting your energy. Some of you will be seeking work, so really focusing on your job and really working that energy for the things that you need to get in life, right? So it's really good for you to focus on yourself and what you need to do and what you don't need to do. If you don't need to help someone with something, don't do it. Don't overburden yourself with things. Keep your mind focused. Seek out people that will help you keep that energy going. a side hustle or how you make your money, really focus in on that, right? And help who you can, but the focus should be on what you need to get done, right? And really keep that energy for the next 3 months. And if whatever it is that you need, if you keep your mind focused, then things will happen for you, okay? If you don't, if you're not as focused as you should, and even if you are, you'll still have some worries, right? Some of you might have legal issues, and that can stem from where I can see is the 10 of Wands, by doing too much, right? You know, doing too much and trying to do too much doesn't have a good reward. Even if you're trying to maybe apply for 3 different jobs, maybe if you can do 2 and then work on a side hustle or something, right? And just be mindful of that time that you need to be by yourself to really work things out, because your time and your energy is really important, because before you know it, things can start moving really fast. So you want to use your time wisely. And whenever I get this card, I think the eclipse, because it shows an eclipse there. So December 14th is the new moon in Sagittarius, and it's also an eclipse. That's a really big time for you to really reflect, cleanse, let go, and set a new intention, okay? Even though it's in an eclipse, I'm very careful of eclipse energy not to really do too much in them. It depends on what tradition you're coming from and how you view it, but it's really a good time to sit and think, feel the energy of the day. There's different ways, you know, check it out and see which one vibes with you. December 20, and I'll talk about it in the new moon video. December 29th is a full moon in Cancer, just so you know what the moon is like, okay? Now, let's look at the meaning for this card, okay? The 7 of Pentacles, right? This one, the card looks more dark. It doesn't look very fruitful like the traditional tarot. And it would have been interesting if you got it twice too. So with this card, it's about doing all that you can and just allowing for the prosperity to come in, okay? So really think of your long-term goal in December, not so much setting an intention, but what's your long-term goal, okay? And you want longevity when it comes to whatever you're putting your energy in for money. And investing your money is also good too. Not everyone, I know that we're going through all of this stuff right now in 2020, but for some people it's good, and for most it's really a struggle. So how are you investing your money? And try not to put all of your apples in one basket either, just being very mindful. And you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're going to get a good result from it. All right, let's see what signs and zodiac can be a challenge for you in this month. Scorpio, wow, Scorpio's getting hit here. Scorpio might be a little bit hard. Yeah, they're a water sign, so you guys technically don't vibe, but sometimes it could be. It all depends on what's in your chart, so I don't really, you know, preach on that. North Node, focus on where you're going. Maybe working with the planet Jupiter a lot. If you do meditation, mantras, affirmation, you know, spell work, whatever, you know, work on your North Node. What's the purpose of you being here? You know, how can you take the lead in your life? Like, how can you make your future better? What's your destination? What is a challenge for you? And really make that better. What is unknown to you? And how can you learn from that? Okay, what zodiac and planet is easy for you to vibe with? Okay, Cancer. Yes, they're a water sign. And Moon, look at that. That matched up pretty good. Cancer and the moon. So easy for you to vibe with Cancer. Maybe they have more of a listening ear for you. And that's always good. And the moon is about emotions. So knowing that we have this eclipse in the new moon coming up, see what vibes with you. You know, different traditions say you don't do anything really energetic wise on an eclipse. Others, they do. The eclipse is a time of really switching energy, the energy shift. So there's a lot you can do with that, and setting a new intention regardless, right? And that's new moon in Sagittarius happening on December 14th. So that's a good thing to do. So it's more compassion, it's more of the home. Maybe they'll give you great advice on whatever it is that's going on in your life, that you can open up to that person. Okay. So that's it. Fire signs. Thank you guys for watching. Happy December, and I'm looking forward to making the New Year's video. So much stuff came through for 2020 when I did it last year for the new year. And I'm hoping for good things for 2021. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. All right, peace.